Hi, I'm Terry from Waconda Boats here in Glen Elder, Kansas, and we're also in Republican City, Nebraska. And I'm going to walk you through the 2021 Lund 1875 Pro V Bass XS. Now, this has been a big hit for Lund ever since they came out with the bass boat lineup here just a few years ago. Every year we get more and more calls on them, so they're becoming very popular. And for anybody that's looking for a bass boat style deck, this is a really great option. One of the most important things about Lund's bass boat I like to point out is they're still using Lund's proven IPS hull that they use on their other boats or their deeper Pro Vs. So it's a proven very dry ride. See, it's a very dry riding bass boat. It's also a very comfortable ride on any big water you take it on. So it's basically a multi-species hull with a bass boat style deck. And it's been very popular. Very good reviews on this boat over the last few years. And so the boat's 18 feet 9 inches long. You could almost consider it basically a 19-foot boat. And so this is how we're going to stock it. This one here is being shown in Arctic White. We always, with any of our Pro Vs, we upgrade the trailer to what's called the custom bunk, and that's going to give you these nicer wheels and the diamond plate fenders. Gives you the matching spare tire and load guides. So that's an option ours will include. Now this is also an upgrade. They call that the 3D Raised Lund. If you didn't get this, it was standard boat would just have the regular stickers. So ours will include this as well. Now here at the back, now we've sold this with both. The max horsepower is 200. We've sold them both with 200s and with 150s. The 150 tends to be the go-to motor on it. We've found that the 150 is plenty of motor. It goes plenty fast with that 150. And it helps the boat be a little bit more affordable as well with that 150. So that's how we're going to stock it. We seem to have sold more of them that way. Most anybody getting the bass boat's going to want a stainless steel prop. So ours already are going to include the Tempest stainless steel prop. So now here in the back, this is a standard feature on any of the Pro Vs, but it's just a ladder. It's a way to get in and out of the boat. It doesn't hang off the back. It doesn't take up any space. And so it's just a 3-step, they call it the rescue ladder. So if you needed a way to get back in the boat, there you have it. And like any of Lund's trailers, on their Shorelander trailers, they come with these retractable tie downs. Very handy. They're always bolted on the trailer so you don't forget them or you don't lose them. I think that pretty well covers the outside. I'll hop on the inside and start going through the inside of the boat here. So starting here at the back, so Lund offers the bass boat in two different layouts. They have the regular standard bass boat, which would be a straight bench seat across here, and which is your everyday typical bass boat would be that way. And then they have what's called the Bass Boat XS, which this one is, which seems to be by far and away the most popular, at least for us. So this is the Bass Boat XS. The XS stands for extra seating. So you have two extra flip-up seats here in the back on the XS model, and that's been very popular because bass boats are really known to. You've really only got seating for the standard style for about 3 people, and that's just one bench across here. So with this one, you can actually take 4 people very comfortably. You have 2 comfortable seats here all the time, and then of course your 2 pedestal seats in front of them here. So starting here at the back, your crank battery stows away in this compartment here, and there's still a lot of room around that too. So there's a nice sized storage compartment here on the starboard side and the very aft. Right in front of that, underneath the jump seat, there's more storage there. A lot of storage on this boat on both the front and the back casting decks. Now in the center is your main live well, or is your live well, I'm sorry. So nice sized live well. This is a divider you could take right out. So you could divide species on one side or the other if you wanted to. Here in the center is a standard option that Lund puts with it, or it's not an option, it's standard. It's for the ski tow pylon. Anybody that wanted the pylon, the hardware is factory installed, and that drops right in place here. Either side of the motor, you can put your extra pedestal seat or a bike seat if you had one. So that's for to fish off the back. You sit on here or here. Now this Pro Ride seat is an option. It's not standard, so if you want it, we go ahead and stock it with it, as you can see, but most people are going to want it. But you do have to request that. It is an extra option. It does come standard with 1 bike seat. So, and then over here, you have some more storage on the port side. And then again, underneath this jump seat is also more storage. And then down here in between the 2 seats, you have kind of a nice little glove box style compartment. A couple cup holders on both sides. And then on both sides, the driver and the passenger, you have these rod saver straps. And so it's real handy if you just got rods, you're going from A to B real fast, you can lay them across the sides. There's a strap here, and then up there's another strap as well. And that's on both sides here. Now here at the console, they redesigned the consoles for 2021, and it's a really nice looking dash. And one of the biggest improvements they made is before they had a big panel here so a guy could flush mount one if they wanted to. We normally always ended up putting them on a ram mount over here because I personally don't like to flush mount things because you're always going to have to deal with that cavity if you ever change your electronics out down the road. This is a lot better design in my opinion. You got 3 different outlets here for your wires, your transducer wires and power cables. You've got enough room here to mount 2 depth finders very easily if you wanted to. So here's where you'd mount your, install your fish finders. And so very well thought out. All your switches are right here, easy for the driver to get to. All your gauges are real easy to see. Comes standard with a kicker stereo, and you can Bluetooth that right to your phone. Of course, it's got tilt hydraulic steering. And they also made it now to where you could, if you wanted to, there appears to be the room for a hot foot. We've never really done that, but if you ever wanted a hot foot, it looks to me like it could be done now. So there's an extra cavity underneath the dash there where, if I remember correctly, that wasn't there before. So you have another little void here, more storage here, a little 12-volt power here for a car charger. The controls are nice and recessed out of the way of the driver, so you got plenty of room. If you wanted to swivel the seat around, you've got plenty of room to do it, and doesn't get into the control. Now the marine mat, this is a snap-out marine mat flooring. It's also optional, so this comes right out. It makes for cleaning the boat up a lot easier. And then over here on the passenger side, this is, they call this the removable port console. This is optional. You don't have to get it. Most people want it, so we went ahead and stocked it. But it's very easily removable if you did want it out of your way. But it acts as some protection for your passenger. Also gives you the nice sized glove box here as well. So gives you more storage and more wind protection. Now here in the center is a spot for a cooler. If you didn't want the cooler, obviously you put whatever you want in there if you just take the cooler out. But that's a standard feature. It also kind of acts as like a step up to this taller bow too. So without this, it'd be quite a large step for some people to get up there. Here's another Lund feature, ruler. So you always got a ruler or a place to stow your ruler. Now your main rod box, again, all these are lockable compartments. Holds 15 rods. And down there is your onboard charger as well. All your trolling motor batteries stow away up underneath the rods there as well. It's the perfect spot to distribute the weight across the boat. And like any bass boat, just a very large open casting deck. So the perfect boat for casting. This boat has been popular not only for bass guys that cast a lot, but also musky guys or any kind of fishing you do that requires a lot of casting. It's just been a popular layout. So a big open deck here. You have a very large compartment on the port side and the bow. So whatever your imagination comes up with, you got just a lot of room here. It goes clear back up underneath the dash here. So just a huge compartment there. Here's your navigation lights clipped into the side. Again, that's a lockable compartment. Like all Lund's Pro V's too, comes with their advanced water control. So you can see this lip here, all this stuff is channeled. So any water that gets up on the bow, rain, whatever the case, it's all going to be channeled to the cockpit. So everything in these compartments should remain extra dry. Another very large compartment on the starboard side. This is the travel cover. We include a travel cover with all of our boats. It does come standard with this bike pedestal seat. And so it's more of a lean against seat type of thing here, but that's standard. You can opt for a second one of those if you want for the back. Most guys go with the extra pro ride on the back. Here's another compartment. And anybody that wants to use the cable drive trolling motors, there is a place here where this whole board here will come completely out, so you can put your foot pedal recessed down in the bow, so it's not such a high, so you don't have to lift your leg up so high to run that foot pedal. So that does remove for those. This is still the same. If anybody wanted to flush mount a fish finder up here, you could. However, most of the time we end up ram mounting them up here as well. Comes with a bow trim switch, cup holder up here. So I think that pretty well covers. There is some LED lights here when you hit the interior lights. You got a lot of interior lighting on this too. But I think that pretty well covers the Pro V bass. And if I missed anything, please call us or email us. Our emails and phone numbers are on our website, wacondaboats.com. And I'm Terry. Thanks for watching.